My precious child, now is not the time to give up. I know the depths of your concerns. Your finances seem to be in disarray. Your health may be failing, and the path ahead appears clouded and uncertain. You're questioning what steps to take next, feeling lost in a sea of doubt and fear. But remember, I am the God who parts seas and moves mountains. No challenge is too great for me to overcome. My dear child, to receive the blessings of our Father, simply say, "Yes, I need" in the comments, and watch as His blessings enrich your life. I understand your financial concerns. The bills may be piling up, and you might be wondering how you'll make ends meet. Perhaps you've lost your job, or your business is struggling. The weight of monetary responsibilities can feel overwhelming, but I want you to know that I am your provider. Just as I fed the Israelites with manna in the desert, I will provide for your needs. Trust in my timing and my methods, for they are perfect. Your health worries are not hidden from me. I know every cell in your body, every beat of your heart. Whether you're facing a chronic illness, recovering from an injury, or battling the effects of stress on your well-being, I am the great physician. I have the power to heal and restore. Even in times of physical struggle, I can grant you peace that surpasses all understanding. As for your future, I know it seems shrouded in uncertainty. You may feel like you're standing at a crossroads, unsure which path to take. Career decisions, relationship choices, life-altering decisions, all of these weigh heavily on your mind. But remember, I am the one who holds your future. I have plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. In these moments of doubt and worry, I want you to cling to hope. Hope is not just a fleeting emotion, it's an anchor for your soul. It's a confident expectation of the good things I have in store for you. When you feel like giving up, remember that I never give up on you. My love for you is relentless, pursuing you even in your darkest moments. My child, I always work in your favor. Even when circumstances seem dire, even when you can't see a way out, I am orchestrating events for your good. My plans for you are good, filled with hope and promise. They may not always align with your immediate desires or expectations, but they are designed to bring about the best possible outcome for your life. Think back on your journey so far. Can you see the moments where I've intervened, where I've guided you, where I've protected you? Even in the challenges you've faced, I've been working to shape you, to mold you into the person I've created you to be. Those difficult times weren't punishments, they were opportunities for growth, for strengthening your faith, for drawing you closer to me. My love for you is everlasting. It's not based on your performance or your worthiness. It's not something you have to earn or maintain. My love for you is constant, unchanging, and unconditional. Even when you falter, even when you doubt, even when you feel unlovable, my love for you remains steadfast. It's a love that moved me to send my son to die for you, a love that will never let you go. In every situation you face, I am working behind the scenes. When doors close, I'm preparing to open windows. When relationships end, I'm making room for new, healthier connections. When you face loss, I'm setting the stage for new blessings. My ways may be mysterious to you, but they are always purposeful. Remember the story of Joseph in the Bible? His brothers sold him into slavery. He was falsely accused and imprisoned, yet through it all, I was working to elevate him to a position where he could save many lives. What others meant for harm, I used for good. The same principle applies to your life. The setbacks, the disappointments, the failures, I can use all of these to bring about something beautiful in your life. Precious child, if you desire my grace to dwell with you always, consider supporting our ministry. Click the thanks button and join in the work of sharing my blessings. So when you're tempted to question my goodness or doubt my love, recall my promises. I've promised never to leave you nor forsake you. I've promised that all things work together for good for those who love me. I've promised that my grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Hold on to these truths, for they are your lifeline in times of trouble. My beloved, I want you to know that I will bless you with peace, healing, and victory. These are not empty words or vague promises. They are certainties rooted in my character and my love for you. Let me explain what each of these blessings means. peace, not as the world gives, but my peace. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding, a calm in the midst of life's storms. When chaos swirls around you, when anxiety threatens to overwhelm you, my peace will be your anchor. It's not dependent on your circumstances. It's a gift I freely give to you. This peace will guard your heart and mind, allowing you to face life's challenges with a quiet confidence. Healing for your body, mind, and soul. I am the Lord who heals you. Whether you need physical restoration, emotional mending, or spiritual renewal, I am able to bring wholeness to every area of your life. My healing may not always look the way you expect, but it will always be what you need. Sometimes, healing comes through medical interventions, sometimes through rest and self-care, and sometimes through miraculous intervention. But always, it comes from my loving hand. Victory over every obstacle, every enemy, every fear. In me, you are more than a conqueror. The battles you face are not meant to defeat you. They're opportunities for you to experience my overcoming power. Victory doesn't always mean an easy path, but it does mean that in the end, you will triumph. Through my strength, you can overcome addiction, break generational curses, rise above circumstances, and live a life of purpose and impact. These blessings, peace, healing, and victory are yours because you are mine. They're not rewards for good behavior or achievements. They're gifts given freely because of my great love for you. Receive them with open hands and an open heart. Trust in my promises, for I am faithful. My word is true, and my promises are sure. When I make a promise, I keep it. My faithfulness doesn't depend on your faithfulness. Even when you waver, I remain steady. Even when you doubt, I continue to work on your behalf. My promises are yes and amen in Christ Jesus. So cling to these promises. Let them be your comfort in times of distress, your hope in times of despair, your strength in times of weakness. When the enemy whispers lies, counter them with my truth. When your own heart condemns you, remember that I am greater than your heart. My promises are your birthright as my child of God. If you wish to hear the divine message and welcome positive shifts in your life, subscribing to this channel is your step forward. Embrace His words and let them lead you to a life of greater fulfillment. My precious one, I see how the worries of today weigh heavily upon you. The uncertainties of life can feel overwhelming, threatening to rob you of your joy and peace. But I have a loving command for you. Let go of these worries. Release them into my capable hands. Cast all your anxieties on me, for I care for you deeply. This isn't just a suggestion, it's an invitation to freedom. When you hold on to your worries, you carry a burden you were never meant to bear. But when you give them to me, you allow me to shoulder that weight, freeing you to walk in the lightness of my grace. I know it's not easy to let go. Your human nature wants to control, to plan, to figure everything out. But I'm asking you to trust me with the details of your life. Remember, I am the God who clothes the lilies of the field and feeds the birds of the air. How much more will I care for you, my precious child? Worrying doesn't add a single hour to your life. Instead, it steals your present joy and peace. It blinds you to the blessings I'm pouring out around you. When you're focused on your worries, you miss the beauty of the moment, the opportunities I'm presenting, the growth I'm fostering in you. So how do you let go? Start by acknowledging your worries to me. Bring them before my throne of grace. Pour out your heart, holding nothing back. Then, consciously choose to leave those concerns with me. Visualize yourself placing them in my hands. And when the worries creep back in, as they often do, remind yourself that I am in control, that I care, and that I am working all things for your good. Replace worry with worship. When anxious thoughts threaten to overwhelm you, turn your focus to me. Praise me for who I am, your provider, your protector, your peace. Recall my faithfulness in the past. Meditate on my promises for your future. Let gratitude fill your heart, pushing out fear and anxiety. Practice living in the present moment. So often, worry is about the future. What might happen? What could go wrong? But I've given you grace for today. Focus on the present, on what you can do right now to walk in obedience and trust. Let tomorrow's concerns be tomorrow's, for each day has enough trouble of its own. Remember, my child, that I care for you. It's not just that I have the power to help you, though I certainly do. It's that I have the desire to help you. You are precious to me. Your concerns matter to me. I am intimately involved in every detail of your life, working tirelessly on your behalf. So breathe deeply of my peace. Release your grip on those worries. Trust in my loving care. For as you let go of the worries of today, you make room for the blessings I long to pour into your life. My child, your blessings are going to be greater than you can imagine. The human mind, remarkable as it is, cannot fully comprehend the abundance I have in store for those who love me. As it is written, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him. When I speak of blessings, I'm not just referring to material prosperity, though that may be part of it. I'm talking about blessings that touch every aspect of your life: spiritual growth, emotional healing, restored relationships, newfound purpose, deepened faith, and yes, provision for your needs. These blessings often come in ways you least expect, surpassing your wildest dreams. Think of how I blessed Abraham. I promised him descendants as numerous as the stars when he was old and childless. It seemed impossible, yet I fulfilled my promise abundantly. Or consider Joseph, from a pit to a prison to a palace. His story of blessing was beyond what he could have imagined in his darkest moments. Your story is no different. The challenges you face today are not the end of your story. They're simply part of the journey towards the incredible blessings I have in store for you. Even now, I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, all to bring about a blessing that will leave you in awe of my goodness. But remember, my child, that my greatest blessing to you is my presence. My grace is sufficient for you. In those moments when you feel weak, when you feel inadequate, when you feel overwhelmed, that's when my power is made perfect. My grace is not just enough, it's abundantly more than enough. It's grace that strengthens you, grace that guides you, grace that transforms you. This grace is available to you every moment of every day. It's not a limited resource that runs out when you make mistakes or face big challenges. It's an ever-flowing stream of my love and power in your life. Draw from it freely. Let it wash over you, renewing your mind, healing your heart, empowering you to live the life I've called you to. As you walk in my grace, you'll begin to see blessings unfold in your life. Some may come as sudden breakthroughs, others as gradual transformations. Some blessings you'll recognize immediately, others you may only understand in hindsight. But all of them are expressions of my love for you, carefully crafted to bring about my good purposes in your life. So lift your eyes from your current circumstances. Look beyond the horizon of what you think is possible, for I am able to do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine. Your blessings are not limited by your past, your mistakes, or your current situation. They are limited only by my infinite love and power, which is to say they are not limited at all. Expect great things, my child. Not because of your own abilities or worthiness, but because of who I am and how much I love you. Your blessings are going to be greater than you can imagine, because I am greater than you can imagine, and my love for you knows no bounds. My dear one, in the face of life's challenges and uncertainties, I call you to have faith and believe in my power. Faith is not just a feeling, it's a choice to trust in me even when you can't see the way forward. It's the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. And it's through this faith that you tap into my unlimited power. I am the Lord your God, who strengthens you. My power is not diminished by your weakness. In fact, it's in your weakness that my strength is most clearly displayed. When you feel inadequate, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you can't go on, that's when you can lean most fully into my strength. Remember who I am. I am the God who spoke the universe into existence. I am the one who parted the Red Sea, who brought down the walls of Jericho, who shut the mouths of lions. I am the God who raised Jesus from the dead, conquering sin and death once and for all. And this same power, the power that raised Christ from the dead, is at work in you. So have faith in my power to move in your life. Believe that I can do the impossible. Trust that I can make a way where there seems to be no way. For nothing is too hard for me. But having faith doesn't mean you'll never have doubts or fears. It means choosing to trust me in spite of those doubts and fears. It means taking steps of obedience even when you can't see the entire path. It means holding on to hope when everything around you seems hopeless. Cultivate your faith by spending time in my word. Let my promises sink deep into your heart. Meditate on who I am and what I've done. Surround yourself with others who will encourage your faith and remind you of my faithfulness. And remember, faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. You don't need perfect faith to see me work. You just need to direct whatever faith you have towards me. I can work with that. I can multiply that. I can use that to bring about miracles in your life. Believe in my power, my child, not just as a concept, but as a reality in your everyday life. Believe that I can heal, that I can provide, that I can restore, that I can transform. Believe that I can use you, despite your flaws and failures, to make a difference in this world. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, "Do not fear, I will help you. My power is available to you. My strength is perfected in you." So step out in faith, believing in the greatness of your God. My precious child, I want you to know deep in your heart that I am with you in every trial, every moment of uncertainty. My presence is your comfort and your guide. You are never alone, never abandoned, never forgotten. I am closer to you than your very breath. In the valleys of life, when shadows loom large and fear threatens to overwhelm you, I am there. When you feel lost and confused, unsure of which way to turn, I am there. In moments of grief, when sorrow threatens to consume you, I am there. In times of joy, when your heart is full and laughter comes easily, I am there too. There is no place you can go where my presence does not follow. My presence brings comfort. It's a comfort that goes beyond mere words or temporary relief. It's the deep, abiding assurance that you are loved, that you are valued, that you have a purpose. When the world feels cold and harsh, my presence is a warm embrace. When others misunderstand or reject you, my presence reminds you that you are fully known and fully loved. But my presence is not just for comfort, it's also your guide. In moments of decision, listen for my still, small voice. In times of confusion, look for my guiding hand. I will never lead you astray. My guidance may not always make sense in the moment, but I see the bigger picture. I know the plans I have for you, and I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. How do you experience my presence? It starts with awareness. Take time to be still and know that I am God. In the busyness of life, it's easy to overlook my presence, but I'm always there, waiting for you to turn your attention to me. Practice being aware of my presence throughout your day, in the beauty of nature, in the kindness of others, in the quiet moments of reflection. Seek my presence through prayer. Prayer is not just about asking for things, it's about communing with me. Pour out your heart to me. Share your joys, your sorrows, your fears, your dreams. I am a God who listens, who cares, who responds. As you develop a habit of prayer, you'll become more attuned to my presence in your life. Experience my presence through my word. The Bible is not just a book of rules or ancient history. It's a living, active revelation of who I am. As you read and meditate on Scripture, you'll encounter me. You'll hear my voice speaking to your heart, guiding you, encouraging you, correcting you when necessary. Beloved, if you long for my presence to fill your life, share this message with 3 others. By doing so, you will find my grace and comfort flowing more abundantly in your hearts. Feel my presence in worship. When you lift your voice in praise, when you open your heart in adoration, you create space for my presence to fill you. Worship is not just something you do in church, it's a lifestyle of acknowledging my worth and greatness. As you cultivate a heart of worship, you'll find yourself more aware of my presence in every aspect of your life. Remember, my child, that my presence is not dependent on your feelings. There may be times when you don't feel my presence, but that doesn't mean I'm not there. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. My presence is a promise, not a feeling. In moments of uncertainty, Let my presence be your anchor. When you don't know what to do, rest in the assurance that I am with you. When the future seems unclear, trust that I am already there, preparing the way. When doubts assail you, remember that I, the God of the universe, am by your side. My presence is your comfort and your guide. It's a gift I freely give to you. Embrace it. Rest in it. Let it transform you. For in my presence, there is fullness of joy. In my presence, you find strength for today and hope for tomorrow. My beloved child, as we come to the close of this message, I want to leave you with this final encouragement. Trust in me. Trust in me wholly, unreservedly, continually. I am with you now and always, leading you to a future filled with hope and blessings. Trusting in me means letting go of your need to control every aspect of your life. It means surrendering your plans, your dreams, your fears to me. It means believing that I am who I say I am, and that I will do what I have promised to do. Trust is not always easy, especially in a world full of disappointments and broken promises. But I am not like man, that I should lie, or a son of man, that I should change my mind. When I make a promise, I keep it. My faithfulness to you is unwavering, even when your faith in me wavers. As you learn to trust me more fully, you'll discover a peace that surpasses all understanding. You'll find strength to face life's challenges with confidence, knowing that I am working all things for your good. You'll experience freedom from worry and anxiety as you cast all your cares on me. Remember, my child, that I am with you, not just in the grand moments of life, but in the ordinary, everyday moments too. I'm with you when you wake up in the morning and when you lay down at night. I'm with you in your workplace, in your home, in your relationships. I'm with you in your victories and in your struggles. I am leading you to a future filled with hope and blessings. The path may not always be easy. There may be twists and turns you don't expect, mountains to climb and valleys to traverse. But through it all, I am guiding you. Each step of the journey is shaping you, molding you, preparing you for the good things I have in store. The blessings I have for you are beyond what you can imagine. Some may come in ways you expect, others may surprise you, but all of them are expressions of my love for you. As you trust in me, as you follow my leading, you'll see these blessings unfold in your life. So hold on to your faith, my dear one. Believe in the plans I have for you. Trust in my goodness, even when circumstances seem to say otherwise. Know that I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating events for your good and my glory. You are precious to me. You are loved beyond measure. You are never out of my sight or out of my care. So trust in me, lean on me, depend on me, for I am with you, now and always, leading you into a future bright with hope and rich in blessings. My child, as you go forth from this moment, carry these words in your heart. Let them be a source of strength when you feel weak, a beacon of hope when the way seems dark. Remember that you are mine, and I am yours. Nothing can separate you from my love. So walk in confidence, live in faith, and trust in me, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Beloved, if you long for my presence to fill your life, share this message with 3 others. By doing so, you will find my grace and comfort flowing more abundantly in your hearts. Amen.